Right, so this is my last recording for the design. It's completely finished now. If I just put it into the light so it's a bit more visible. I'll try and zoom in it, not zoom in, focus on it. A bit further back maybe. I can't quite get it to zoom. Hold on. There we go, that's a bit better. So you can see the LUMI, the top bit's obscure because of the angle of the light. But yeah, it's gone fairly well. I mean, there's some interesting things that happen because obviously more bits snapped off, and you can see on the A, don't touch it. But yeah, but I kind of like the effect it gave. I mean, I did one earlier where I did the M, I believe, and yeah, I basically reattached it through melting it with the back end of a spoon that was superheated on the stove. But I like this one actually, and I left it because I thought it looked quite nice, like the disjointed look that it gave, which I also did, as you can see on the eye. The eye didn't look quite as nice, but I think that's also because it's got some coloration on the top. You can see it's a bit whiter. But it's gone fairly well at the end as well. But it's gone fairly well, really. I mean, the only issue is that I wouldn't do this again, I don't think, actually, for a final piece, even if I really, really liked it. Well, unless I really, really liked it. But the thing was, it was very time-consuming, and it wasn't just the fact of creating it, it was the fact of repairing it, because I did it so carefully. It took me about 3 hours to make this. But it still ended up getting damaged at certain points. Still nice, still a decent piece, definitely good for inspiration and maybe future designs, but doing something complex on this would be virtually impossible unless I just use something to inscribe into it rather than cutting out a solid design. If I was to inscribe into it, into a flat sheet maybe, that would look nice, and it would also probably turn white from where you did it, so that might work. But as for a 3D design, which what I was more interested in doing, really, it's not really palatable to do for something more complex, and me being me, I do desire it to be a bit more complex, but it does look nice, and I will light it, and I'll take a couple of pictures for the blog as well on the same post that this is going to be on, and so you can see it. So you can see it as it's got the flame with it. I'll switch off the lights maybe as well, see how visible it actually is. Maybe the light will shine through it since it's somewhat lights may somewhat be able to divide through it somewhat, so we'll see. Right, okay, that's the end of the third and final one on the making of the candle, and the next thing should be taking pictures.